On September 10, 2025, international media reported a shocking incident aboard Rhapsody of the Seas, a cruise ship operated by Royal Caribbean. What began as an ordinary voyage quickly turned into a story that spread worldwide. One passenger, identified as Jose Daniel Gonzalez Díaz, accumulated a gambling debt of $16,710 in the ship's casino. Instead of paying, he chose a reckless and dangerous path. He jumped overboard. Surveillance footage captured the moment. Unlike most man overboard cases, which are usually accidents or tragedies, this one was deliberate. Gonzalez Díaz wasn't trying to end his life. He was trying to escape a debt. The cruise on Rhapsody of the Seas started on August 31st, 2025 from San Juan, Puerto Rico. The first stop was St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands, followed by a visit to St. Croix. From there, the ship sailed to Philipsburg, St. Martin, and then continued to Antigua, where passengers could enjoy the Royal Beach Club. The journey went further south to Bridgetown, Barbados, before the vessel turned back. Finally, after a full week at sea, the ship returned to San Juan on September 7, 2025. But the story didn't end in the water. In a surprising twist, he managed to reach shore using a rented jet ski. The escape looked like something out of a movie, but reality caught up with him quickly. Authorities located him near the Capitol building in San Juan, Puerto Rico, where he was arrested. When searched, he was carrying 2 cell phones, 5 different IDs, and $14,600 in cash. Ironically, still less than the debt he owed. At first, it seemed like a case of gambling gone wrong. But investigators soon discovered that this wasn't the only crime Gonzalez Díaz had committed. He had boarded the ship under a false identity, using a boarding pass issued under the name Jeremy Díaz. That name actually belonged to his brother, Jeremy Omar Gonzalez Díaz, who has been held at the Guaynabo Federal Detention Center in Puerto Rico since January. This means the passenger not only tried to escape a casino debt, but also engaged in identity fraud and document falsification just aboard the ship. Prosecutors are now considering additional charges related to these offenses. This is not an isolated case. Earlier this summer, another passenger, a Philippine national, faced legal trouble after using stolen American identification in an attempt to embark on an Alaskan cruise. Such incidents highlight the broader issue of identity fraud in the cruise industry. As for Gonzalez Díaz, the consequences are severe. Beyond the immediate legal charges, he could face up to 5 years in prison or a fine of $250,000 for his actions. And although Royal Caribbean has not made a public statement, it is almost certain that he now faces a lifetime ban from the company and all its affiliated brands. Royal Caribbean maintains a strict policy of zero tolerance toward dangerous behavior, and intentionally jumping overboard is one of the most serious violations imaginable. Combined with fraud and false identification, this case has become one of the most unusual and alarming cruise incidents in recent memory. What was meant as a way to escape a $16,000 debt has instead left Gonzalez Díaz facing far greater consequences: financial ruin, federal charges, and a permanent mark on his record. This story raises many questions. Was the escape carefully planned? How did he think he could get away with it? And how many other cases of identity fraud might still be slipping through the cracks in the cruise industry? One thing is clear. This bizarre overboard incident aboard Rhapsody of the Seas will be remembered as one of the strangest, most reckless episodes in modern cruise history.